looking for her former contact as a person of interest in her disappearance. Action News Jack's Bridget Matter is live right now at Malden's neighborhood in Fleming Island. And Bridget, over the weekend, the Facebook page for this person of interest, who's a contractor, was reactivated.
And Don and Phil, we're asking the Clay County Sheriff's Office if the reactivation of that page is helping in their investigative efforts. This is Susan Malden's home, where Corey Binderham was working as a unlicensed contractor for her in the last few months. Now, it's been more than a month since anyone's heard from 65-year-old Susan Malden. Last week, the Clay County Sheriff's Office named Corey Binderham a person of interest in her disappearance case. Police say Binderham was working on Malden's bathroom, but Malden fired Binderham and requested her money back. We found Binderham is not licensed to work as a contractor in the state of Florida. Now, the Clay County Sheriff's Office says Binderham, he was cooperating at first, but has not been seen since November 12th. 4 days after a search warrant was served on his home. As police searched for Binderham over the weekend, his Facebook page was reactivated, but it's since been deactivated. Now, we did reach out to the Clay County Sheriff's Office to ask them about their investigative efforts, if they're any closer to locating Malden or Binderham. We'll have an update for you tonight at 5. For now, reporting live in Clay County, Bridget Matter, CBS47 Action News Jax.
A woman accused of hitting a young boy will soon learn her sentence. Action News Jax told you in 2017 when Hunter Cope was killed walking to school. Action News Jax Christy Turner is outside of the courtroom right now in Duval County. Christy, we are expecting an emotional day in court.
Here at the Duval County Courthouse, we expect to hear a statement from Hunter Cope's mother that she has prepared for the court. In 2017, Action News Jax told you that 12-year-old Hunter Cope was walking to school in Mayport when he was hit and killed by Kelly Permenter. Prosecutors say she had alcohol and cocaine in her system at the time of the crash. I was inside the courtroom last month when Permenter was convicted of DUI manslaughter. She will soon learn how long she'll spend behind bars. I'll be inside the courtroom tweeting updates, so be sure to follow me at Christy A. Jackson. I'll have the latest for you tonight at 5, including the impact statement from Hunter Cope's mother. For now, reporting live outside the Duval County Courthouse, Christy Turner, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
A Clay County man is in jail in connection with a weekend shooting. This is a new mugshot of Kendrick Johnson. He's facing aggravated battery charges. Action News Jax told you Saturday when a person, I should say, was shot near Canopy Oaks Drive. Police say the suspect and the victim were involved in an argument moments before gunfire. Deputies say the victim will survive. Now, the gunman is still on the run this noon, connected to a deadly shooting over the weekend. JSO says that ShotSpotter technology alerted them to the gunfire on Flanders Street around 4 a.m. Saturday morning. And this map shows you that's near Martin Luther King Parkway and I-95's ramp. A man was found with a bullet wound and was rushed to the hospital. He later died from his injuries. Right now, police are working to get a description of the person who was responsible.
Action News Jax reaching out to police about a 6-year-old who drowned in a retention pond. Action News Jax first told you Friday about the drowning at the Cave House apartment complex off Hodges Boulevard. Sky Action News Jax was over the scene to give you this aerial view. JSO says the child died after being taken to the hospital. Right now, we're working to learn who the child's parents are. DCF is joining in on the investigation.
City leaders are discussing a plan today for paid parking in some new areas around town. Action News Jax told you back in October when the Downtown Investment Authority received a proposal that would expand the program to Riverside and San Marco. Now, it suggests upgrades to parking equipment, valet services, and GPS monitoring for shuttles. Some local families say that they do not agree with this new proposal.
There's enough paid parking in this town already, and I think that it should stay the way it is.
The DIA says that Riverside Avondale Preservation has already requested that Riverside be removed from the proposal, and so has San Marco. Let's give you a live look right now from Jacksonville Beach, where construction crews are prepping this area in front of the pier for some repairs. It'll be closed for 2 years. Action News Jax Brittany Donovan joins us live right now. And Brittany, you started asking questions after seeing people surprised by the closures this morning.
And Dawn, even in the past couple minutes, we've seen some families walk up to the pier. We also saw fishermen lug all their gear up there this morning, only to find out that it was closed and would not be opening today. Now, this morning on Action News Jax, we showed you when they started this work, clearing stuff from in front of the pier. And in the past hour or so, we've seen this bulldozer get here. So this work is well underway now. And in the past couple minutes, I've heard back from the city of Jacksonville about whether or not they notified families about this closure of the pier. Stacy Carter tells me the Jacksonville Beach Pier holds special memories for her family.
My son always fished here growing up at the very edge of the pier and catch things that he hasn't been able to catch.
The pier is now closed to fishermen and families. We watched as construction crews worked to move a water line and fire hydrant to make room for construction equipment to move in Monday. The city is pouring almost $10 million into repairing the pier after damage from Hurricane Matthew.
It's pretty long, but it'll be exciting to see the end result.
The big question many families have is what those upgrades will entail.
Maybe shops or restaurants. A lot of times I know the ones I've been on have like little local vendors that'll come and sell things along the pier.
Carter tells me she's happy to see the Jax Beach icon getting some attention.
I'm glad that they're going to be repairing it so that other people can enjoy it.
And right before my live shot, the city of Jacksonville got back to me and said they didn't make an announcement to families that maybe City of Jacksonville Beach or the pier managers did. I checked with the City of Jacksonville Beach, and they said because this is a City of Jacksonville project, they didn't have any notifications for families. But they did tell me you will see some closures in this parking lot because of the project over the next 2.5 years. I'll break down where you'll see this caution tape coming up tonight at 5. Reporting live, Brittany Donovan, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
JEA customers concerned about where their tax dollars and rates could be headed are speaking to city leaders right now. Last month, Action News Jax told you even city commissioners hired legal help to understand what the sale of utility would mean. These workshops will be happening twice a month through March 2020 on various topics. Earlier this month, we were in the room for the first of these workshops. The city's top lawyer told council members that the city council can change anything involving their power and reach through a 2/3 vote. They have the ultimate legislative approval of the JEA process. JEA cannot sell more than 10% of JEA without city council approval first.
Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Department is growing. JFRD just completed a merger with Jacksonville Beach Fire Rescue. This picture shows firefighters putting up the new sign over the weekend. Action News Jax has been following efforts to consolidate Jacksonville Beach's department with JFRD since April. Now, in September, we told you when Jax Beach leaders voted to merge its 27-member department with the city of Jacksonville. New this noon, a decades-long battle for some local homeowners is officially over. Action News Jax' Ben Becker is live right now in the newsroom with this update for us. And Ben, homeowners at Heron's Landing in Jacksonville will finally see millions of dollars from a judgment against a prominent builder.
Dawn, that's right. The HOA acknowledges it's received nearly $14 million after the state Supreme Court refused to hear D.R. Horton's appeal about 2 weeks ago. Now, Action News Jax first told you in 2016 the home builder lost a judgment over complaints of shoddy stucco, roofs, and windows at Heron's Landing on Beach Boulevard. Then in January, D.R. Horton lost an appeal with an appellate court. Complaints against D.R. Horton at Heron's Landing go back to 2009. Now, ahead at 6, I'll tell you how hundreds of homeowners may have been at risk in our area when buying and selling their homes. I'll have that again at 6. Reporting live in the newsroom, Ben Becker, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Action News Jax is your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and those Jacks drop another must-win game against the division rival Tennessee Titans on Sunday. They're looking, though, to regroup this Sunday for their salute to service game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Join Brent and the gang tonight as the Action Sports Jax team breaks down the loss against the Titans. Join us at 7 p.m. at Topgolf for Jaguars Report Live. If you can't make it out there in person, you can always watch it at 7 p.m. on CBS 47.
Jax player Dede Westbrook wants to make sure some needy families in the area have a good Thanksgiving. So 500 Thanksgiving turkeys and other holiday items are being passed out today to families on the north side. This donation will take place at Tiger Academy. That's on Bagley Road off Edgewood. It'll run from 4 until 6 this evening, and it's open to the public. We are working on much more for you ahead on CBS 47 Action News Jax tonight at 5:45.
Action News Jax anchor John Bachman has a preview for us.
More local parents are choosing not to get their children life-saving immunizations. It not only hurts those children, but they also place other children around them at risk.
Which local schools have the most unvaccinated children, putting communities at risk? That's today at 5:45 on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
And from the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Gary Beaton. Well, I'll let you know if we see any rain for this holiday week and for Thanksgiving Day especially. That's coming up in the Action News Jax First Alert 7-day forecast. And Uber being forced to step on the brakes in London. Next, why city officials there say they're pulling the plug on renewing the ride-sharing company's operating license.
What to watch tonight, brought to you by Ashley Home Store.
Live look at St. Augustine, right to the right there of the Bridge of Lions. You see that brown ship there flying the Spanish flag on the stern? Well, that's the Santa Maria. It's going to be taking off later on today during a high tide after conducting tours over the weekend in St. Augustine, but going to be leaving on a very nice day so far today.
The defense chief says the president ordered him to allow a Navy SEAL accused of war crimes to retire. The Navy secretary was fired over the controversial case. The defense secretary says that he fired Navy Secretary Richard Spencer because he lost trust and confidence in him. Spencer was forced out over his handling of a Navy SEAL whose demotion for a war crime charge had sparked objection from President Trump. That Navy SEAL, Eddie Gallagher, was convicted in July for posing next to the body of a dead 12-year-old ISIS fighter in Iraq. Gallagher was demoted, but President Trump reinstated his rank last week.
This is all about ego and retaliation. This has nothing to do with good order and discipline. They could have taken my trident at any time they wanted. Now they're trying to take it after the president restored my rank.
President Trump tweeted that he will nominate the ambassador to Norway, Ken Braithwaite, to replace Spencer.
Another candidate announces a presidential bid. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is now entering a crowded field of Democratic presidential hopefuls. He made that announcement Sunday in a televised ad. Bloomberg joins the list with voters preparing to pick their candidates in some states in just 3 months now. The ex-New York City mayor says that the current field doesn't pose a challenge to President Trump. Well, Bloomberg joined 17 other Democrats, all hoping to take on President Trump. Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, and Bernie Sanders are the top 3 contenders. South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg is polling with a significant lead in Iowa. Hot topics include health care for all, guns, and the impeachment inquiry against President Trump.
3 people are dead killed when a train hit an SUV trying to cross the tracks. This was in Palm County Saturday afternoon. Investigators say the SUV didn't try to stop as it approached the train tracks. None of the 200-plus passengers on board was hurt.
Uber will have to park their cars in London. The ride-sharing company has lost its license to operate there. City officials say several breaches that placed passengers and their safety at risk played main factors in that decision. The company's license expires at midnight. Uber is planning to appeal.
Today is National Shopping Reminder Day. As if you need one of those, this is the day that kicks off an unofficial countdown to the holidays. There are now 30 days till Christmas, 31 till Kwanzaa, 27 till the start of Hanukkah. Retailers are trying to grapple with how to get customers out in stores with the shortest holiday shopping season since 2013. And it's short this year because Thanksgiving falls on November 28th. Giving shoppers one less week to shop.
Well, it's going to be a busy week on the roads, too, with millions of people across the nation expected to travel for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. Some travelers will run in some complicated areas, too, with snowstorms in the Midwest and parts of the East Coast, other areas under winter storm watches.
Now, certified Jacksonville's most accurate forecast. Action News Jax First Alert Weather.
First Alert meteorologist Gary Beaton. Well, right now we're starting off in the 60s here at noon, and 61 in Fernandina Beach, upper 50s at Folkestone, low 60s in McClinney. In Fernandina Beach, we're about 61 degrees here live on the Action News Jax First Alert Skycam Network. A pretty nice day, but as we take you hour by hour, we'll make it to the lower to mid 60s for this afternoon by about 3 o'clock, topping out in the mid 60s there. 5 p.m. about 60 degrees, and then back to the 50s, upper 50s by 6 o'clock there, and low 50s at Fernandina Beach in Nassau County by 8 o'clock for tonight. So it's going to be a pretty nice day and early evening, cooling off though. You can see no rain right now, tracking for you on the satellite and radar. Some high clouds passing by Waycross, Blackshear, heading over into Brunswick here over the next few minutes. But all in all, it's a pretty nice day across the southeast. No rain on First Alert Doppler HD here as we dive down to street level mapping across Duval County. The next 12 hours look like this: mid 60s for Jacksonville, down into the 50s for this evening. If you have any evening plans, a light jacket perhaps, because it is going to cool off. Low 50s by 10 o'clock. If you're heading out to, say, deck the chairs at Jacksonville Beach tonight, falling from the 60s down into the 50s here, low 50s by 8 o'clock this evening there. We are tracking a storm system. This is starting out on Wednesday for your holiday travel. Will be impacting for a lot of the airlines and nation's airports across the Great Lakes through and down the Ohio River Valley. A lot of wind involved with this system as well, but it will be a weakening cold front to the south closer to us, but you may be impacted by some kind of trickle-down effects from the nation's major hubs in the Northeast and the Great Lakes. So check ahead with your airline carrier. Could see a spotty shower in southeast Georgia inland there by Wednesday evening, but I think Jacksonville's mainly dry. If you're heading on the roads, the hour-by-hour forecast for Wednesday looks pretty good. Up and down 95 in the Florida Peninsula into southeast Georgia as well as much of South Carolina too. But again, if you head farther north on I-95, you may experience some of that wind and rain and even some areas of light snow way north on I-95. So here is the Thanksgiving forecast for us here locally. It's going to be a nice Thanksgiving day. We'll be in the 70s, 50s in the morning, 70s in the afternoon, a north wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour, topping out in the mid to upper 70s inland. So here's the 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. There's those 70s, but we're almost near 80 degrees again by Wednesday. If you're getting some last minute grocery shopping done, then back to the low 70s in the afternoon on Friday. We'll see the Black Friday shopping pretty nice, a little cool in the morning. morning for those early shoppers, doorbuster sales. Temperatures in the 50s, upper 60s by lunchtime. And then, of course, the weekend's already in view in the Action News Jax First Alert 7-day forecast. We'll be in the mid-70s on Saturday. The Jags return home on Sunday on Fox 30. We'll see increasing clouds through the afternoon and into the evening, and a few showers moving in late in the day. But I think as of now, the game's dry. We'll keep updating that forecast through this week as well. You can always get this forecast any time of the day right there on the First Alert weather app and actionnewsjax.com. Plus, join Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax for the updated Thanksgiving forecast.
Well, bah humbug. Why, you may end up with a stocking full of coal if you're playing Secret Santa with a millennial.
And a soap opera star is celebrating a major milestone today. How the Young and the Restless is paying tribute to character Jake Abbott.
Welcome back. Today, one of TV's best-known actors is celebrating 30 years on the air.
And so he stole Victor's woman, and eventually he was going to make the trade with Victor to get Jabot back. You can have Nikki back, and oops, he fell in love with her. That was fun to play.
I tell you what, he has brought the drama and fun. The Young and the Restless is airing a special episode today on CBS, honoring actor Peter Bergman, who plays Jake Abbott. The episodes air after our newscast at 12:30 right here on CBS 47.
That's right, Peter plays Jake Abbott.
That's it.
That's right. Today, 100 families will get free Thanksgiving meals thanks to a partnership from the Jags and some local nonprofits. Jaguar Calais Campbell is passing out the donations at the Boys and Girls Club on West 8th Street. That event kicks off this evening at 5:30. The families were pre-selected. Well, millennials, the secret is now out. It turns out you don't like gift exchanges during the holidays. That's right. A new survey from JobSite found 35% of young people would choose not to exchange gifts at their jobs. The study found most millennials stress over the cost and fear their present wouldn't be good enough. We'll be right back, everyone. Well, it looked like a roll of cash on a woman's windshield, but a local woman says it could have been a trick instead. Look at that. Tonight at 5, the tactics she's warning others to watch out for this holiday season.
Pretty nice day today in the 60s, a lot of sunshine.
All right. It's a money day, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy it, everyone.
Warmer weather on the way. And Y&R's next.